Up, Ecom Hackers? Welcome to another episode of Ecom Hacker TV. Today, I want to show you guys how to basically create a wave of sales and cash flow on demand, right? Something we all want to do in e-commerce. All right, so today I'm going to be breaking down how to use profit waves inside your business to drive sales, create cash, create profit on demand at your fingertips the fast and easy way, right? So, for those of you that are new to these type of live streams or, never been on one of these before, my name is Mike Ayo. I'm here with Alyssa Peoples, right? And I have a couple different Shopify brands, one of which, in fact, let me just show you guys for those of you that are a little bit new, right? Just break a couple things down for you. Bang, bang, bang. Right. So again, for those of you that are new here, right? Two different six-figure e-com brands. One sell air freshener inside. Really, it's close to $1 million a year between our Shopify sales and our Amazon sales. So that's where we sell our air freshener. We also have a pain relief supplement, right? Where I'm also doing six figures on this one. And in addition to this, I have different coaching programs where I work with store sellers like you, helping you grow your sales, boost your conversions, get more traffic, the whole 9 yards. And I've worked with brands on multiple categories. So not saying that to brag, saying that so you guys know when I break something down to you, it's not because I watched a YouTube video on it or anything like that, but actually live this life every single day, right? And that's why I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about one of the most important and most profitable pieces of your business, right? Your follow-up, right? And knowing how to use these additional touch points to really create that profit that a lot of stores are lacking if you're 100% dependent on ads, right? So if you want to know how to make your ads more profitable, make your social media posts more profitable, right? Just anybody that arrives on your store, make them more profitable. Drop a fire emoji in the chat for me, all right? So I know you guys are here. Make sure that you like the stream itself to help us get more exposure to those of you in the group. And let's dive on into profit waves, right? Now, before I break down exactly what a profit wave is and show you some examples of it, right? I would just really want to kind of expose a big mistake I see a lot of store owners make, and this really causes them to miss out on a lot of sales and, again, profit, right? And that is being too top heavy, right? What do I mean when I say that, right? You do all the work and then you think, okay, boom, now I just start running ads and I'm going to make all my money off of ads, right? I'm going to double my money in ads, triple my money in ads, and once I start running ads, I'll get rich, right? Or they're running ads, right? And they're losing money on ads and they can't figure out why, right? The big mistake I see is the lack of follow-up, right? Lack of follow-up. Customer acquisition is the number one most expensive form of marketing, getting new people to buy, right? But most people spend the vast majority of their time and resources on just getting eyeballs to their store, right? You're banging your head against the wall, sharing your stuff on social media, right? You've dabbled in paid ads and probably lost a good amount of money or, didn't really make a profit. So now you're feeling stuck, all right? 9 times out of 10, your lack of results is not based on your ads being trash or your products being trash. Most of the time, it's the fact that you are not following up with people and you are not monetizing your following, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. Alyssa, before I really start to break down what profit waves are, maybe drop a little knowledge on us on, why following up is so important in e-commerce.
Like you said, the fortune is in the follow-up. Once somebody has come to your site, most of the time you've paid for them. The money is lost if we don't do that follow-up. And a lot of times if you're capturing their emails and phone numbers, you're sitting on a list and you're just sitting on it. The follow-up is actually actioning on that so that you can give them more information, so that you can show them more products, and so that you can seal that deal. Thinking that we can do this all the very first time that they see something is just absolutely silly. Most of the time, if you think about your buying habits, you don't buy that way. So the fact that we don't market that way to our audience, knowing that when you get in front of somebody, if you say, I sell so well in person, but I don't do well online, guys, a lot of that deals with your follow-up. What you're doing in person is having a conversation that flows and continues to get them to the end goal. That's what your follow-up does. It has that conversation continuing with that person beside just having that first initial conversation that first time that they land.
Right. Bang. So the fortune's in the follow-up, right? You're going to have a really hard time making a relationship with anybody if the only time you ever deal with them is literally on that first encounter and everything that's happened right here, right now. So follow-up is important. How do we follow up the right way? How do we monetize our following, right? Profit waves. So what is a profit wave? A profit wave is a series of emails and text messages, right, that surround holidays, product launches, or special/important events, right? Most of the time you do a new product drop, maybe you send an email, hey, here's an email. Mother's Day, one message, right? Father's, one message. Black Friday, one message. Fill in the blank, one message. Oh, well, I sent an email, right? Profit waves are a sequence. One touch is not enough, right? And we use profit wave sequences to activate our email lists and reactivate people that have bought with us before, right? So holiday starts, we launch our new profit wave. So again, a profit wave is a combination. It's multiple messages that surround a holiday. They make a solid offer. They use specific timeframes, and they ratchet up the urgency when it's about to expire. So I'm going to show you guys a couple examples of like what profit waves look like, right? And how we use them really effectively. So let me go ahead and share my screen again. I want you guys to really see, all right, get a glimpse of something, right? So we actually literally just ran a profit wave around St. Patty's Day, right? We literally launched a St. Patty's Day sale, what was it, like last week? And you can see, all right, bang, when we launched, next day follow-up, did almost $3,000 in one day, right? Fell off a little bit the day before it ended, and then spiked again the last day, right? That's $3,000 in one day, $2,500 in one day, nearly $10,000 in 4 days, right? So this is how we activate people. I can build my list using ads. I don't need everybody to buy right now, right? I can activate them with ads. I can get them on my list. I can get them to buy, right? Knowing that I'm going to reactivate these people during holidays, again, product drops, specific events, etc. And I'm going to activate them with profit wave messaging, right? And again, these are great because you can just basically click send and get paid, right? That's the goal. So bang, here's an example of like a profit wave email. So this is one like a launch, right? So there's a couple elements that really make this message effective and what we're doing here. One, notice that I'm leading with the benefit, right? You know what the offer is really quickly, and we know how to get said offer, right? Here's the offer, here's the discount code. Also notice that I'm using an attention grabbing hook, right? Hey, it's a Halloween sale, but I'm also capturing your attention. It's Halloween, it's on brand. Also, again, not every brand can be as playful as we are. It depends on how you position your brand, but Lord, have fun, right? Don't be stuffy, don't be boring, right? And you can have a little bit of character in your brand. Again, with Blunt Power, I mean, our brand name is Blunt Power. Like, we already get in a lot of trouble just because of that, even though we sell air freshener, but we have fun, right? And that's why we use a lot of creative gifts and eye-catching gifts. You don't necessarily have to use playful gifts to capture attention, but anything in motion, anything showing you can make a GIF out of a customer talking. You can make a GIF out of just you holding one of your products and showing how it works, right? It's just the fact that there is something moving right away. Bang, as soon as you open email, I'm capturing your attention. I'm giving you an offer and letting you know that, hey, there's something going on worth paying attention to. Right? You can see as you go down, I reinforce what the offer is, right? Reinforcing exactly what the offer is and how to get it. I'm giving, again, this is multiple cracks at the apple, right? You can click on that gift, that'll take you to my offer, right? You can click on this link here, that's going to take you to the offer here. Reinforcing the benefits, right? Offer, benefits, right? More clarity on exactly how to take advantage of it. You guys, when you're doing like multi-offer, so when you're doing a profit wave, right, and you're running a sale, there's a lot of different ways to run sales. Sometimes there's discounts, sometimes there's buy one, get one, sometimes there's a free gift, right? Sometimes it's, you know, get this and get that, right? There are dollars off. There's a lot of different ways to run offers, and I encourage you to like mix and match, right? But what you do want to make sure you do no matter what is be very clear on what they have to do to get it. So here, I like to reinforce that you got to add 2 or more items to your cart, then enter the code, and it's going to give you the lower priced item, right? So I'm super clear on exactly how to get it. Here's another call to action, clear, stand out, right? Notice the messaging. I'm kind of switching the call to action up, right? But I'm telling them exactly what to do next to take advantage of the offer that I'm describing, right? And then I include my product feed. I don't do this every time, but a lot of the time I'll include a product feed in my email as well. So bang, I give you attention grabbing GIF you can click on. I give you links inside the email you can click on. I give you a clear standout call to action that you can click on. And then I give you additional products that you can click on, right? So I'm taking multiple cracks at the bat, right? Giving myself multiple ways to get you to click, but it's all around the same thing. I'm not telling you to, hey, come like this on social media. Hey, come check this out over here. Hey, come submit this over here. Hey, come do this over. No, shop the sale. Click here, click here, click here, click here. Do however you want to click. Shop the sale, right? So this is how I'll kick a sale off in a profit wave, right? So this is what an example of something I would use at the beginning of a holiday, right? And I'll do something similar via text as well. Let everybody know it's on and popping, right? Now, one thing I do to go along with Profit Wave is I'll use timers and deadlines and stuff. So I'll match this type of messaging on my store itself, right? When I have an offer, when I have a discount, I'll put a countdown timer on my store, a countdown timer on my offer that matches whatever time frame that I'm talking about in my messaging. So it's just like I create urgency during this time frame. Give them a reason to act right now, right? Give them a reason to act right now, right? So if you can see how using something like this can help you activate your email list, wake people up, and generate cash on demand, right? I want you to type in a fire emoji for me, right? Drop a fire emoji if you can see how using profit waves and really activating folks is going to help you make more money, right? Why does profit come from something like this, right? When I talk about these, what do I mean when I say profit? Well, when you're running paid ads, right? You're paying for click, paying per purchase, paying per conversion, right? Or if you're paying for an agency, right? There's cost involved with that. Even with like social media posts and stuff like that, there's like cost because you're spending so much time on these posts trying to cultivate your audience, right? When you subtract the hours invested, when you subtract that money invested, most of the time you're not left with a whole lot. After product cost, after ad cost, where's my money at, right? Profit waves allow you to really just generate cash on demand, right? we're using our email marketing, we're using our follow-up, and we're just sending out messaging. And I can just literally create revenue on demand, all right? I'm extracting revenue from my list. I'm extracting revenue from my list, right? So profit waves allow you to extract even more revenue than you normally would. So I can send out content, but then I can also use profit waves to make more money, right? Send you content, profit waves, right? Profit wave, right? And that's how these things work together. So now I'm able to generate that much more money from my list. So bang, I've got my profit wave kickoff. And then, the next day I might keep it going. Like here's another example of, again, a profit wave kickoff. Boom, you see, same recipe, right? Catching attention right away. Here, she's actually showing the product. Again, you can do stuff like this with your own products, just showing it's the movement, it's eye-catching. They can click this, they can click that, click, urgency, offer, clarity, right? All this stuff happens without them even having to click, right? Reinforcing the urgency, reinforcing how to get it, right? Reinforcing how to get it, drop a product feed and go, right? Click send, made like $1,000 off of this one, right? No cost per purchase, right? No cost per click, right? This is what a lot of brands are missing, is just doing this the right way, doing this effectively, right? So bang, that's how we can kick one off. And then as you go deeper into the profit waves, right? You build up the urgency. Notice now I'm building up more urgency, right? Building up more urgency. Same elements, right? Same elements, but just increasing the urgency as you get closer to the finish line. Multiple touch points. All right, here I'll use a little bit of social proof, because oftentimes during these type of events, I'm going to come at you in different ways. Benefit, sale, let me get you with some social proof, right? Other times you'll see I'll use like testimonials to reinforce the purchase decision, right? Keep the excitement up, keep the hype up, but take the opportunity to reinforce what they're seeing as well, right? So again, if you're taking value from this, drop that fire emoji. These profit waves are all about cash, right? It's all about profit. It's all about really helping you guys maximize what you're getting from your list, from your following, right? So you can see, right, multiple touch points, right? Multiple touch points, building up the urgency. And then on the last day, I lean back in, maximum urgency, right? Again, multiple cracks at the apple, multiple media, right? Whether it's an image, whether it's a GIF, whether it's text, multiple cracks at the apple, right? Notice I'm not using a crazy amount of like HTML. Sometimes they like hyper stylize these messages. I'll use imagery. I'll use GIFs to capture attention, but I'm not doing like a heavily templatized, I got colored backgrounds, all type of craziness, because that'll get you stuck in the spam folder when you overdo it. But including images, right? Including your product feed, that's not that bad. People send each other images, people send each other GIFs, right? It's not overly promotional versus like when you get these things that look like a website in your email. No one really sends that. Again, notice how I'm reinforcing the benefits, reinforcing when it's going to end, reinforcing how to take advantage of it, reinforcing urgency. What should you do next? What should you do next? Why should you do it now? Does that make sense, you guys? All right. The more you build your list, the more money you can make from it. Right? If all you're doing is running ads and trying to make all your money on ads, you're leaving so much profit behind. So much profit behind. Oh, and of course, right? Like to have a little bit of fun, leave with something attention grabbing, right? Showing product and using a little bit of social proof. To do what? Reinforce their decision to do that. Make sense, you guys? All right. Profit waves. Use profit waves to activate your email list, right? Profit waves are multi-day, right? Profit waves are where you make fantastic offers, right? Because again, if you don't really have like a cost per purchase on something like this, right, you can give a great deal, right? Or if you're making a product launch, you can lean into what makes the launch that much better, or what makes the launch that much more exciting. What's exciting about the product? Again, they're always time sensitive, right? There's always a reason to act now. We don't just do things in a vacuum. Hey, you get around to it whenever. How long do I have to do it? When is it going to end? Tell me. Be very clear, right? And of course, you got to be engaging. Like, don't be boring, right? Do not be boring. Do not send boring messaging to people because they'll ignore you. You got to remember that on the other end of this computer screen is a real person. We can't go around treating people or treating our traffic, treating our email lists as if they're just X's and O's and ones and zeros in the cloud. They're real people that are probably interested in what you offer, but maybe they don't trust you yet. Maybe they don't know you well enough yet, right? Maybe there's something else that's kind of getting in the way or holding them back, right? Extra touch points can help you do that. Urgency can help you get somebody off of the fence because yeah, they have thoughts. Yeah, they have concerns. Yeah, they're thinking about it, right? But if I give you a reason to act now, again, I give you some social proof, I give you a really good offer, maybe that's enough to push you over the edge, right? All right, they weren't ready to buy that first day they met you. Didn't know, maybe they Googled you, came back around on a different device. Oh, they see your email. Okay, keep in mind, oh, today's the last day. No, okay, I'll do it. Right? That's how people think. So before we move on, Lisa, do you think we have any questions, anything I could cover a little bit, go into a little bit more depth or detail on, anything we see in the chat?
You know, one thing that I took away from this is you keep talking about sending the sale multiple times. Do you have kind of a magic number? How do you decide how many times you send that sale?
It depends on how long the profit wave or the product launch is going, right? Sometimes I'll do like a 3-day sale, right? Like if I'm doing something around like a Father's Day or something like that, that might be like a weekend sale, right? Might be quick in and out, right? 72 hours. I mean, when I do a profit wave, it's never less than a day. Like even Black Friday, I build up hype, drop it, and then Black Friday is still 2 days for me. And then I'll go into like some other different holidays, right? So a sale is never just one day. So it's always at minimum 2, right? 3's kind of good. 3 or longer. Sometimes I may do something for a week, right? That clearance sale we're running, we ran that for a week. Sometimes we may do it for 5 days. So the answer is it depends.
Got it. Why do you think so many people are afraid to do those multiple sends? Because I hear that all the time. They don't like sending emails, and then when they do these promotions, they always do those one-time sends, and then they sit back and say, hey, that didn't do as much as I thought it was going to do. I wanted to click send, make money, and it just didn't perform.
Right. I mean, that's a real concern to have, but we got to remember, just as sellers, how many emails people get a day. Like, think about in your inbox right now, how many emails you get. People are like afraid of, spamming people or sending too many messages or like feeling like they're doing too much and overwhelming. Like, your competitors are in your customer's inbox right now. Your most profitable, highest earning competitors are in your customer's inbox right now, almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day, right? If you're engaged, they'll hit you multiple times a day if you show that you can handle it, right? So worry less about overwhelming your customer and more about, when that person is looking at their phone, am I there? Am I capturing mind share? Am I there when they're thinking about it? Am I there? Oh, you're open to some air freshener today? Hey, I'm here for you. You wouldn't be on my list if you weren't interested, right? It goes down to the type of offers you make to get people on your list in the first place. But you should only be talking to people that at least have a good amount of interest in what you sell. And if that's the case, activate them, right? You can message someone every day if you're not just sending, sale after sale after sale, right? So yeah, multiple touch points are great. It's like building a relationship with someone, right? You can talk to somebody, you could talk to somebody every day, but it just can't be, hey, you want to go out? Hey, you want to go out? Hey, you want to go out? Hey, you want to Netflix and chill? Hey, you want to Netflix and chill? Hey, it can't be like that. But if you're like, hey, how's your day? Hey, I saw this and I was thinking about you. Yo, check this out. This is really cool. Hey, you want to go out? It's a little different, right? Any other questions or anything we can cover on this one?
I know the next thing that's going to come up is, okay, I've never really written emails. I kind of get the formula that you're saying here, and you've sold me on the belief. I understand. I see the numbers of what this can do. Never written emails before. This is still a little bit daunting to me. What can we do to help them out if they haven't done this yet, knowing we've got some sales days coming up?
Oh, I've got something for you guys, right? I have profit email templates that you guys can use if you're not really that good at copywriting, not sure how to start, right? Just the idea of writing emails is very intimidating for you. Got your back. We have some free Profit Wave email templates that you guys can use, copy and paste, customize, and start sending them out. You just missed St. Patty's Day, but there's always a holiday, always something, right? So if you want those Profit Wave email templates, I need you to type a wave in the chat, right? Drop those waves for me, right? The wave emoji, and then we'll make sure that we can go ahead and get those Profit Wave email templates on over to you, right? And you can start rolling some of this stuff out in your own business. I promise you, these Profit Waves are literally where we make an insane amount of our revenue, especially when we just talk about like our profit, right? Like the money that we actually make money from, right? What do we actually make money from, right? Is leveraging profit waves, getting customers to come back, right? Using that sort of thing to get our conversion rates sky high, right? Yeah. These type of profit waves can help you hit the ground running. Now, of course, you still want to have touch points. You want to make sure your store is like doing a good job of converting people, and the conversion rate's important. But yeah, profit waves can help you make a lot of money off your leads, make your advertising, your social media promotion that much more important, and help you actually build the brand. So many of you guys tell me that you want to build, right? You want people to think of you a certain type of way. It's not just all about this, right? Profit waves will help you make this and build a relationship, right? Get these people coming back, and activate some of those leads that aren't buying right now. Right, so boom, type the wave emoji. If you want to get the profit waves, we'll get that right on over to you. Make sure that you like this video, right? Or heart if you love this video, right? I love dropping value bombs. This is, again, what Bed Bath & Beyond is closing a bunch of their shops, right? Sally's has closed a bunch of their shops. These retail chains that we all grew up with are dying and disappearing. That means there's an opportunity for you. No matter what you sell, unless you're selling like spammy stuff from overseas, that's a whole different product, right? But if you're actually selling legitimate products and you actually care about your people and you want to build a brand and you want to be able to make money selling your stuff online for the rest of your life, which you can, now's the time to learn how to do this the right way. They are going down. You can either be here to rise or you can miss the boat. And what's going to happen is eventually it's going to be harder to get into the game. They're going to start to lock down the internet and create more barriers to entry, right? So now is the time to figure out how to do all this stuff the right way, build your empire, and now you have something that you can feel good about in a couple of years, right? I'm here to help. Drop that wave if you want those profit wave emojis. Like this video if you got some value out of this, right? And I will see you guys in the next episode of Ecom Hacker TV. Guys, have a great day.